One of the better Jackie Chan films is 1983's Project A, which would prove to be one of the more influential on Jackie's career. It unites the trio of Jackie Chan, Sammo Hung, and Yuen Biao. For the first time, they utilised again next year in the previously discussed Wheels on Meals. Project A would receive a sequel in the later 1980s. This was one of the first of the Jackie Chan features to receive a lot of attention in the West. And I'm going to outline why it was so influential on the remainder of Jackie's film career. We're going to read out the production history of Project A from the Free Encyclopedia here. And now, on the audio commentary of the Hong Kong Legends Region 2 DVD, Bey Logan reveals that Chan's last period film, Dragon Lord 1982, had underperformed at the Hong Kong box office in comparison to the previous one, The Young Master 1980. Logan identifies that a possible reason for the poor performance was the comparative lack of action. Edward Tang and the production team felt that a period film could still have success if it had sufficient action, and so researched the history of Hong Kong during the time of pirates for Project A. Unlike other Hollywood period films that are set on an exact time and place, many Hong Kong films play fast and loose with their period in history. A prominent example by Bey Logan is set like this. The Hong Kong Marine Police is set up in 1846 by the British colonial government. The Hong Kong headquarters is set up in 1884. The Kowloon Canton Railway clock tower is set up in 1915. So in other words, the film takes place between the 19th and early 20th century. Jackie and the Golden Harvest team employ some researchers to come up with background for this story about pirates in Hong Kong and are not really concerned at all about depicting the film in the exact era. Bey Logan coined regarding historical heroes and stories like Wong Fei Hong, if you choose between the truth and the legend, you print the legend, because if you pick the truth, you won't have, for example, having items, vehicles, and certain historical figures if you are shooting it in a time where certain things would or would not have existed unless it's made as a documentary. Project A marks the first time that veteran Michael Lai used orchestral music for a film score instead of using library music or lifting the score from other films. In rehearsal for the Clock Tower fall, Chan took a week to build the courage to drop from such a great height. During the shooting of the bicycle chase sequence, one of the stuntmen informed Chan that E.T. the Extraterrestrial was playing at the local cinema. Chan halted filming to watch the bicycle chase scene in the finale of E.T. to ensure that his scene and Steven Spielberg's scene were not the same. After watching the film, Chan became more confident, realizing that the audience doesn't really care so much about such minor details, only in watching the film and having a good time. According to his book, I Am Jackie Chan, My Life in Action, Chan injured his neck while filming the scene. After appearing in the Cannonball Run 1981, Chan liked the idea of including bloopers over the closing credits. Beginning of Dragon Lord, he has included and directed outtakes over the end credits for most of his films, including Project A. They have become something of a Chan trademark. Due to the nature of his films, Chan's outtakes are a combination of comedic moments and injuries sustained whilst he and his team perform stunts and fight sequences. These outtakes were enjoyed particularly by audiences in Japan, so much so that Japanese film companies would demand the inclusion of NGs, no good shots, in the distribution contracts for all Jackie Chan films, regardless of director. While some of Chan's comedy stunt work in Project A has similarities to the comedy stunt work of Buster Keaton and Harold Lloyd, here's the thing. This is fascinating. I didn't notice. Well, let's elaborate. Chan had not seen their films at the time, as they were not available on home video. According to Chan, Project A was an evolution of the action stunt work he had already been doing in earlier kung fu comedy films since The Young Master 1980. He only became aware of Keaton later from Western critics who watched Project A and drew comparisons, after which Chan watched Keaton films when they eventually became available on home video and realized how similar Keaton is to himself. So Chan was influenced by Keaton, although it was after Project A, perhaps before Police Story as well. It's fascinating to think about where this was and how we can see it influencing subsequent films. Anyway, I think we'll cut it here. Thanks again immensely, my good and dear friends. Appreciate it very much.